Thank you very much, Larry. You are looking live at the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Stewart is the lone setback. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Courtney Upshaw from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's the veteran Mike Cyphers to punt this away. Taken from just outside the 30. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Yeah, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mike Cyphers now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. Oh, he slipped right by him. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Brady throwing on second down. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And they're going to face a third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Now Brady again. And caught right side, Green. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Brady now to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means
and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Danny Woodhead, his first touchdown on the year. They go play action here on first down. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. To throw on second down is Newton. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Third and long, it's Newton. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They slot Gronkowski outright. Brady now on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Throwing now is Brady. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And he whips that one incomplete there. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Brady, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And it is now 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now here's the Falcons defense getting set to go again. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense who said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Have they come up with a nickname for just Jonathan Stewart? Remember when it was double trouble when he's running with D'Angelo Williams in Carolina? But, boy, what a year he had in 2015.
Yeah, it was just 11 yards shy of 1,000, so close, but kind of stepped out of that shadow, didn't he?
Certainly did, and gave the Panthers a real identity running the ball.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key 3rd down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball. Let him pick it up.
Now Stewart on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
We've got a 3rd and 11. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Off play action. Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're saying.
And we'll see if that continues.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
The one running back is Gurley. Brady will try again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Seeing Rob Gronkowski run that flag route brings back memories of high school for me, because I remember my coach being so detailed with the receivers about how to sell the inside part of the route, like you're going to the post, and then breaking it off for that flag towards that pylon. And how about Gronk? Once he does that, who's going to be able to go through that big body and stop it?
Not me. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he won't go down. And there's a flag on the play. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, of course, the defense is going to accept this penalty. They come out here in the eye. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And there's a flag on the field. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Defense.
So the grab there by the defense, the holding penalty call. Call it a gain of 5. Now a give running left for Gurley. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now he'll throw with Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. Ready to throw on 3rd and 1. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Falcons defense gearing up as they take the field. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield and put the ball through the post for a field goal.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Second and 10, Newton again. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 3rd down, Jonathan Stewart. And he will loop. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He's got time. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Here's Brady surveying the field. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep for the Panthers, Ted Ginn. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Draw play, Newton to Stewart. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Finding time. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Newton gives off to Stewart, and he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Mike Cyphers now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Hey. 4 down.
The one running back is Gurley. He's going to get the football. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Falcons are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Panthers didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Falcons have it at the 25. Gurley's able to spin away here. He gone as he sprints into the end zone. That puts them up by a touchdown. Falcons now on 3rd and 8. Brady's got the completion from the gun, and he ends up at the 24-yard line before he's stopped on the play. Later on the drive, Woodhead's going to dart up the middle, and he'll run it in from 5 yards out. That puts them on top by 14. Now 1st and 10, Brady's got the completion out of the gun, and he'll end up at the 25-yard line before being tackled. Same drive, tight coverage here, but the completion is made, and he finds his mark for the score. The Falcons lead balloons to 21. Now midway through the second, here we get a quick pass and completion, and the play will come to an end after a gain of 20. Falcons don't settle for just a field goal. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Panthers defense gearing up as they take the field. They're going to need to play, to be frank, more inspired football here in the 3rd and 4th quarters.
You have to believe that the coaches at the half talk to them about hitting the reset button. Let's start over again like we're starting the game, okay?
Like you're playing a video game.
Almost like a video game, exactly. But where's the intensity? Where's the focus? Show the preparation that we had in practice, and let's put it into action.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line, but how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Everyone's got four down.
Wait 20, wait 20.
Mike 5'9".
Brady to throw on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So completion on second down, that brings up 3rd.
Wait 20, wait 20.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Now it's Ginn. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators through the years, you liked when you heard those words, get off the field.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Or maybe you didn't like it when you heard those words.
It depended on when they were yelling them. But in this situation, absolutely perfect. Get off the field, force a punt, let the offense take over and do their thing, and it resulted in a field goal.
Now we'll see if they can do that again. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's Newton now on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. to the ground now with Stewart. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. The room to run just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
Well, it was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Hey, 4 down.
180.
Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hey, boys, got 4 down.
Stewart is the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
I have to admit, this statistic surprised me when I saw it. Carolina in 2015, a 15-1 team in the regular season, mind you, gave up 4 block kicks.
Tied for the most in the league with the Browns.
That almost feels like a team that was so much in control that they just had some letdowns or some breakdowns.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Wait, 20. Wait, 20.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
He's got time in the pocket. Still back there. He's going to let this one go deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And able to find Green. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Watch left. Watch left. Stop right there. Hey,
Wait, 20.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
4 down. 4 down.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Second and 10, Newton again. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
In his own end zone, it's Brady. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
By 20.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Brady going to look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
13 yards there on the pickup, and that leads to an Atlanta first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first.